Youth pastor, collegiate minister, senior pastor, what if I told you that there was a better presentation software out there than ProPresenter, PowerPoint, or whatever else you're using? Sound too good to be true? Well, listen. It is made by youth pastors and it is made for youth pastors. Give me a like if you think you already know what I'm talking about, because I am talking about my favorite presentation software, and it's called Sidekick. And here's why this is great, regardless of if you're in youth ministry or not, because it is made for interaction and it is made for customization. But there is so much more, and in this video and in this upcoming playlist, I want to share with you what those features are. This video in particular, I'm going to drop my top 8 different miscellaneous features, because everyone knows that Sidekick has things like the voting and the wheel picker and the name picker, but in this video I'm going to share the other things that Sidekick has to offer besides those obvious kind of milestone landmark features built and woven into their presentation software. And if you're here on YouTube, as always, don't forget that there are chapters listed down below at the bottom so that you can jump ahead to what matters most to you. But here's the thing, in the context in which I'm currently working, we are all in on Sidekick. What we've done is we have 2 computers now, one for ProPresenter and one for Sidekick. Because if you've used Sidekick in the new beta version at all, you know that it runs through Google Chrome. And in the previous versions, what you could do with running a software like ProPresenter is you'd have ProPresenter up and running, and then back behind it you could have the Sidekick window and you could just toggle off the display. But now Chrome is actually more powerful than ProPresenter. Most people I tell that, they find that actually incredibly surprising, and so as a result of that, it makes switching between Chrome and ProPresenter a little bit tricky. And so the way in which we have sort of circumvented or navigated that is we have just built 2 computers, and we have a Blackmagic video switcher where we can go from computer 1 to computer 2, and essentially we use ProPresenter for just worship and lyrics, and then we use Sidekick for everything else. I'm actually launching here during the course of this playlist, starting officially on December 2nd, a brand new bonus podcast. I'm going to be releasing it 1 time per week. It's going to be over on my Patreon page. And listen, Patreon takes a little bit of a fee, and so the reason that I'm doing that is to just invest back into the podcast. But I am only charging $4 per month. I think it is a small, modest fee. Essentially, it is going to break down to $1 per week per additional bonus podcast. What I want to do with that podcast is I just simply want to share with you the creative ways that we are running our youth ministry programming and how we're making it hybrid. And so if you want more hybrid information, I would love to share that with you. This podcast and this YouTube video is meant to sort of like give a big broad strokes overview of what hybrid ministry is. But on my Patreon page, what I want to do is I just want to share an extra bonus podcast and simply chat through everything that I've done for the week, and talk through the ways that we've tried to make it creative, and talk through the ways in which we have tried to sort of hybridize our ministry. And so that podcast is starting December 2nd. And for everyone who signs up during now, if you're watching live through December 2nd, I am going to send and mail you an exclusive free piece of merch for all who sign up between now and December 2nd, like I said, and it basically breaks down to $1 a month. So either scan the QR code that you see here on screen or hit the link down below in the description. But let's dive in to my 8 favorite features of Sidekick. Let's check it out. So my first favorite feature of Sidekick is its COLEADER integration. And if you're watching here on screen, you might be surprised to know that you're not looking at Sidekick. What you're actually going to look at, where we're actually going to start, is here on COLEADER. And so on COLEADER, what you can do is, if you are a subscriber, COLEADER is a curriculum, roadmaps, and I guess almost not ProPresenter, what am I trying to say? Planning center replacement for youth pastors and for youth ministries. So here on COLEADER, you can explore sort of all the different series and topics and even events that they have. CoLeader has a roadmap series, and so it's sort of like their proposed curriculum, and so you can explore their year 1 of roadmaps, and then you can also explore their year 2 here of roadmaps. And but essentially on CoLeader, what's so cool about it, and I like CoLeader, it has actually become, it's new, it's only in year 2 of development, but it's actually become my favorite curriculum resource because it literally does everything for you. So you see here on our dashboard, these are series that we have redeemed our credits for. So CoLeader works on sort of a credit system, and so we've redeemed this credit series, this credit on this series here called Masks. And so, for example, if you're in session 1 of Masks, you click View Session here, and if you look right off to the side here, Sidekick, you can open in Sidekick, boom, click that little button, and it will automatically import your entire session. So here's their session flow. They got your graphics and all that stuff, but starting here, you got your countdown, your welcome, your icebreaker, your game, some songs, videos, and then the teaching slides. And so I want to show you what that looks like over here in Sidekick. So if you're here in Sidekick, you'll see, let's actually do a side-by-side so that you can see them in comparison, right? So from the top, we have countdown. There's your countdown. You got your game right there. You got another game, Masked Celebrity. And all of this is included in your CoLeader subscription. You got your bumper video for your masks, and then you got your masks, Chameleon is the title of the message, Chameleon teaching slides right there, and you can see how all of that works together. And so by a simple click of the button, your entire youth ministry night is planned, and it is absolutely crazy. Now, if you're a Download Youth Ministry member, the CoLeader is slightly different than DYM. But if you've never done anything in with Download Youth Ministry before or CoLeader, then I want to let my podcast listeners know that exclusively here on this podcast, I'll give you 10% off of CoLeader. So you can use the code HybridMinistry10, and what that includes is not only will they give you access to CoLeader, but that also sort of what unlocks access to this presentation software called Sidekick. And so included is Sidekick for a year. It allows you to do the one-click presentations for everything that's in CoLeader, both year 1 and year 2 of the roadmaps. And you can get an access to CoLeader Premium or Premium Plus. Okay, and so Premium includes 260 CoLeader credits. Like I said, it's kind of built off that credit system. And then you get 25 Sidekick phone connections. That's for voting. We'll get to that in a minute. Or the Premium Plus, which is 520 CoLeader credits and 75 Sidekick phone connections. So you can explore the differences between those two plans at this link here on screen, sidekick.tv/pricing. Don't forget, if you've never used or never done anything before with Sidekick or with CoLeader, then if you're signing up for the first time, Hybrid Ministry 10, I'll give you 10% off. Go ahead and check that out. And so I love that about Sidekick. I love that about CoLeader, and I love that about its integration. So boom, right here, here's my full rundown, my full run sheet for everything going on here in this Masks series. Now, that's my first favorite thing about Sidekick, the CoLeader integration. So my second favorite feature about Sidekick is the YouTube video integration. Now, the thing I like about the YouTube video integration is it takes a while in Sidekick still to upload videos. You can drag and drop JPEGs easily, but when you go to upload a video, it takes a minute, and it's a little clunky to do like a video, next video, because you got to kind of do it one by one. So here's how it would look like. So if I wanted to put a video in this slide, I'd click Edit, Media, Videos, go browse, go find the video, upload it, wait for it to upload, and then it's in its spot, as opposed to just a quick and easy drag and drop. However, if I wanted to just embed a YouTube video, that's very simple, and I've actually already done that right here on this one. You'll notice here's one of my YouTube videos embedded. So if I go to present this thing, remember it's browser based, so just very simply opens up a new window, and you started hearing even the what's it called, the countdown right there. But here's this video that I embedded right there into Sidekick. I have all its functionality over here. I can pause the video, I can mute the video, I can restart the video, I can do all those sort of things. Let me get this smaller so that we can see both of them together. So this is my presentation window. That will just go full screen, right? But very simply, when I'm wanting to include a video, I can embed a video. And this is embedded small, but I can also just, you know, very, very simply, very easily embed that video full screen, right, as well. Now, the other thing like that we use in our youth ministry as we go hybrid, taking our in-person and our digitals, we teach live messages, but then we also pre-film them for multiple reasons, because we use that as the springboard for our Sunday morning small group content. And so every Sunday morning we play a clip off of one of our message clips. Even though the message was delivered live, we play the filmed version in our room, just like a 2 to 3 minute clip to remind everyone what was said. Our leaders can look at it ahead of time. Our students who missed on Wednesday can also look at it ahead of time on YouTube. It's evergreen content. It's meant to reach students who might be asking questions about faith, God, whatever the case might be. And so we do that. And if you're interested in exploring more about what that might look like, link down below is a link to some custom coaching. I would love to help kind of level that game up for you, or even get you started from scratch if that's something that you're interested in. But it has been a hugely beneficial piece to us and in our student ministry, having the ability to just simply embed our YouTube videos. And so for things like countdowns, or for things that are like bigger files, I will actually upload those to YouTube, host them there, put them on just like a private unlisted link, and then embed that video into my Sidekick presentation, as opposed to have to upload it every single time. Now here's the other thing I love about Sidekick. It's easy to build. So let me show you very quickly, like while the videos might be a little more tricky to pull in or build or upload, they're easy to do. They're just a little bit time consuming. That's why it's easy to just drop a YouTube video in there, right? But if I just want to like add one of these JPEGs in here, all I gotta do is drag it and drop it, and boom, it's uploaded and is ready to go. There it is, okay? Super simple, super easy to build. I love things like these looping announcements. So right here, here's a bunch of different looping announcements. You know, don't forget that the here's the countdown video again. But, you know, as always, like, don't forget Hybrid Ministry 10. Don't forget about that. That's going to be used to your advantage if you want to check out COLEADER, you want to check out Sidekick. Don't forget we got custom social media coaching. Scan the QR code that you see here on screen. Here, I'll make it bigger so that you can go and check out my completely free ebook about how to go hybrid. Or, hey, don't forget about our Patreon. We got that going on. $4 a month, exclusive free merch, along with all these other things that you see here listed out. Exclusive sticker, help choose show and segment topics, super chats, and shout outs, right? But you can turn this right here. You can turn these announcements to be looping announcements. We use those every single week in our ministry. So you'll see right over here, if you're watching here on screen, you'll see this little loop icon. That means that this set of announcements in this little pocket of slides here is set to rotate. This one right here is not. So let me show you how you do it. You click this little gear icon, you click loop slides, you say how long you want the slides to loop for, 7 seconds or 10 seconds or however long you want it to, and then you simply click close, and then boom, when you click present, those will then be on a looper, which is a fantastic resource. We use that every single week in our student ministry. I also want to let you know just about a couple of other things that are awesome. You have the free option up here. So if you're a co-leader, Sidekick person, these are all free different resources that you can get just like and quickly and simply. You got countdowns and games and videos and all sorts of things. You can embed or import any of these into your presentation. The other thing that's really cool is when you buy something on DYM, like look, I've bought these things before, they will automatically upload them. So as I was saying, kind of the video thing was a little clunky to upload, and maybe you don't want to upload every single one of these to a YouTube playlist and then embed those via YouTube. No sweat, no problem. Check it out. You can very simply buy something on DYM, and then boom, it'll be there in just a second, and then you can quickly import it just like I did down here with this Finish the Drawing game, back to school edition. There it is, boom, imported, right? And then the other thing, man, the other thing that is so cool about Sidekick is that you can control it from your phone simply by logging into app.sidekick.tv on your mobile device. And you can control it from anywhere in the room, including teaching. You can control it from any other device, including like our sound booth computer may be running Sidekick. I can go into my office and I can control Sidekick from my office. And so my office actually sits where I can see in through some glass doors into our auditorium. And so if it's on the wrong slide or whatever, I can pull open on my laptop right in front of me, app.sidekick.tv, type it in, change it. And I've had other like staff members and volunteers be like, are you controlling that right now? And that part is so stinking cool. The last thing, the eighth and final piece about Sidekick that I love is the voting. The voting option is the single greatest advent. This is what makes this presentation software so unique and so customizable, and that's what we're going to talk about. Additional creative ways to use it in your games, in your countdowns, in your teaching, and all sort of different ways to deploy and use the voting feature in Sidekick. You can't do this on any other presentation software. That video is going to be linked right here on screen. Go check out our Patreon as we'll talk about multiple creative ways to deploy voting and to deploy Sidekick, and simply what I am doing to lean in and be more hybrid. But check that video out on screen, and don't forget, and as always, my friends, to stay hybrid.